Ripple and XRP, no longer fighting for relevance. Are you kidding me? Both are tightening their grip on global finance, and the shift, it's going to be darker, bigger, and faster than most are willing to admit. Tonight, we're going to uncover why XRP's rise is tied to the very lifeblood of the economy, liquidity itself. And liquidity, well, that metric is going to improve in a big way here shortly. We'll dive into a heated debate right now in the XRP community. When are the OG holders likely to start cashing out? We'll take a look at some numbers, see what you think. We'll look at why institutions are quietly dominating this cycle, while the retail investor, well, they're on the outside looking in this time around. And then a midnight launch that could change Cardano forever. Ripple breaking into Europe with a major bank and just a lot of stuff going on. Let's jump into it. First, XRP riding the liquidity wave. When liquidity expands, risk assets pump. XRP's breakout lined up perfectly with the rise in M2 money. And we take a look at this chart here. You see over time that liquidity keeps rising. Well, what just happened? We have a severe issue in the labor market right now. The Fed is not just going to lower the interest rate. They're also going to expand their balance sheet. The days of the funny money is coming back quickly, and you're going to see that global M2 balance just continue to explode. Beyond that, you have a direct liquidity event for XRP itself. When we get an XRP ETF, and the amount of liquidity that's going to flow into this coin is going to be nuts. A Fed pivot to quantitative easing equals rocket fuel for XRP. While an ETF approval, that means Wall Street liquidity is going to come rushing in here. You're going to have a doubling effect here, and you're going to continue to see XRP rocket. And when XRP takes off, it doesn't just kind of slowly go up. You see what happens. Boom, huge and violent moves. And I think the next stage of this will be much of the same. We'll have to see it play out here. Now, we have this debate. We have Gina, a leading voice in the XRP community. I'm not familiar with Gina. Maybe I would know her if I saw her, but she warns that 99% of holders will sell between $10 and $20. Round numbers trigger profit taking at life-changing levels for many retail investors. Let's be honest. Let's forget the real OGs that bought at 0.6 of a cent. You know, a lot of us, we bought it 20 cents, 25 cents, 30 cents. I mean, these are already just $2, $3. Those are huge gains right there. People aren't really looking to take profits. When I did a poll today, I said, hey, when are you considering selling? Only 8% said I'll start selling a significant portion at $5, 23% at 10, but 50%, over half are saying at least. Now, you never know. Polls different than real life, but 50% are saying they ain't even selling at 20. They're looking for a number that's much higher. Now, if this was a different coin, I'd say, well, people are probably just jibber jabbering and they're not really in here for the long term. I would disagree, though. Within the XRP community, that investment is sticky. Most of these investors really believe in the long term and the capability of this blockchain and its ultimate value, and a lot are not willing to give up for anything less. Now, of course, there's risk to any action you take. If you sell, well, selling early can mean missing the next adoption wave and long-term institutional demand. And selling too late, well, we've all been through that. We know what that means. And there's plenty of examples on both sides of that coin. You got to do what's right for you. But, these polls are quite different than if I take them on X or YouTube. Let me know down below. At what price level would you consider selling a significant portion of your XRP? Not all of it. I'm not saying cash the whole stack out. But, you would sell a significant part of your investment in XRP. It would be sufficient to incentivize you. I want to hear what you have to say. Again, it'll be different here on YouTube than X. Institutional crypto allocation surge here. Paul Barron revealing a striking market shift. Now, he's saying 60% of institutions are allocating up to 10% of their portfolios to crypto. That seems heavy to me. I can't imagine institutional or even major investors putting 10% of their investment portfolio to cryptocurrencies, but maybe. But what we do know right now is that this crypto run is really fueled by institutional money. That's where the money's coming from. Retail's been asleep much of this time to date. And what Paul is saying is retail, they've been crushed by today's economy. No disposable income left to invest. And this is a cycle of the haves versus the haves. The have-nots staying in the game. Now, my take is retail, they're going to show up. Just late, as they always do. Institutions will drive the early gains, but the crowd never misses the FOMO phase. Let me know what you think. Is retail just going to be shut out this run, or will they come pouring in at the worst possible time? We will see. The next one here, Midnight Mainnet launch. The Midnight Network officially gearing up for its Q4 2025 launch here, completing its transformation into a privacy-first sidechain on Cardano. October 4th, the Glacier Drop claim ends. The following phase gets ready for a Q4 launch. Full mainnet going live. Cardano's privacy play is about to get real, positioning the ecosystem for enhanced confidential transactions and enterprise adoption. They just keep building here. Keep building capability. Let's see if this run we get some serious adoption. You got smart contracts. You got an ecosystem going there. Hopefully they can pull some deals to bring on some significant stablecoin stuff like that. You have this privacy coin. We'll see what Cardano's made of. I have high hopes that it will do well here. Ripple expanding into Spain with BBVA. Ripple is powering BBVA Spain's new crypto custody service, marking the first time Ripple custody technology is being used for retail clients in Spain. So I think really the bank is their client and the bank is servicing retail clients would be my guess here. Secure end-to-end custody supporting to start Bitcoin and Ethereum with bank standard security protocols. Those are the assets that the bank services. That's what they're going to start with. It will expand from there. Just like right now when we look at ETFs, it's just Bitcoin and Ethereum. We know pretty soon we're going to get XRP and Solana and other ones. But this service is MiCA compliant, fully compliant with EU's new markets and crypto asset rules. And, this is a big expansion. Ripple's playing a big part of this expansion with a significant bank in BBVA. So this is important. And XRP is going to hit the board here sooner than later. It's just a matter of time. Crypto markets today top $4 trillion. Crypto markets surged 2% to topple that $4 trillion level, driven by Fed rate cut expectations and a risk-on rally across digital assets. I mean, is there any question here? They're going to cut next month. You know that. We just lost in revisions 911,000 jobs. Almost a million jobs just went poof. They never existed to begin with, even though they were being reported here. Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing well. 155 billion in trading volume. Altcoin market looking strong as well. Solana had a breakout, smashing through $218 resistance, rallying to $219, its highest level in 7 months, competing a 504-day accumulation phase. We saw volume surge, DeFi growth, institutional interests, and we're eyeing that 240 to 250 range right now. And if history repeats, we could be looking at $500 for Solana. Altcoin season heating up. This elusive altcoin season you've been hearing about for so long. Sounds like we're getting pretty close. Alt season index hits $61, signaling money rotating out of Bitcoin and into altcoins across the market. It's a broader run. We saw some surge in AI tokens. AI-focused cryptocurrencies gained 14% in 24 hours, a leading sector in terms of performance. Cardano up 6% over 7 days, reaching 86.5 cents. Can you believe at this stage in the market, the ADA token is not over $1? Amazing. Market breadth, improving performance across major altcoins. So it's very top heavy. You saw some performance out of Ethereum. You saw XRP up quite a bit from that 50-cent price point we were at not that long ago. Solana, again, had done pretty good, but it was your major tokens were seeing everything else, and the rest of the market was not doing well. It's starting to heat up across crypto markets. That's good to see. And we know from some whale activities where they transferred over $2.5 billion out of Bitcoin and into Ethereum. Doesn't mean they're right, but it means some heavy investors think alt season is heating up here. We'll see it play out here. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.